What is up, Libra? Welcome to your general timeless reading. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements, and it's general, so take what resonates, leave the rest, and it's timeless. So whenever you see this is when it's most meant for you. Libra, let's get into it. Let's go ahead and use Light Seers Tarot, and then I'll decide on clarifiers after. Okay, let's see what's going on for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Show me the star card. This feels like wishes, divine timing. I also just heard cosmic abundance. This feels like your manifestation is coming through, like things finally picking up. And I say finally because it feels like things might have just been like trucking along for a little bit here. Show me what I most need to see for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements for Libra. Okay. Didn't want to come out. Let's try now. For Libra. Okay. Knight of Swords and the Devil in reverse. I feel like you're ditching this. Whatever you used to be attached to, the way that you wanted to pursue something or someone or a situation, you're letting go of it. You're no longer attached to it or bound to it. I feel like you're taking a blindfold off, kind of seeing it for how it really is. That's why the star was in my head. The star is a long time coming for me as well. Yeah, Six of Wands, the Hangman, and the Ace of Cups. Page of Swords, King of Swords, and the Four of Swords. King of Swords is Aquarius energy. It's also Gemini or Libra, but it's mainly Aquarius. Four of Swords is Libra energy. Bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot in reverse, Cancer energy. Okay. Devil's Capricorn energy. This is interesting. It's like I feel like you're detaching from something or someone, and it's actually freeing you, and you get to this place of feeling really connected with the universe or your higher power and everything around you. You kind of dive back into yourself and your self-care. And then you have this masculine energy. And I feel like when you detach from them, and detaching doesn't mean like removing them from your life. You might just be simply distancing yourself and focusing on yourself a little bit more. I feel like they might be unsure how to communicate with you and going into their own healing, right? Four of Swords. It's almost like triggering healing within both of you. And then the Chariot. This is when it's going to move forward. Sorry, my nose is really itchy. I went on a hike this morning and I think my allergies are starting to pick up now. I don't want to use this one. I'm not feeling that. Let's use... Let's use Tarot of Dreams. Woo! I typically don't clarify with a bigger tarot deck, but I feel really guided to use this. This particular deck has Palace cards. Palace cards are unique to this deck, and they just describe the environment. So if we get one, I'll just let you know. Okay. Let's look at the Knight of Swords for Libra. This is a sudden change. It's a sudden change. It's a sudden shift. I actually feel like this is a distraction for some of you. Yeah, Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, this is validation when I get the same card in the same position, especially on top of the same card. It's validation for me as a reader that the channel message is correct. I feel like the sudden change is that you don't want to work with this person right now. You kind of just want to be by yourself. Let's look at the Devil. Yeah, then we have the Palace of Wands and Justice. It was overwhelming. The environment became overwhelming. Palace of Wands, an environment filled with fire energy, could be a lot of arguments, a lot of tension, a lot of power struggles, or a lot of ego. And with Justice, it's kind of like you're trying to come back to your equilibrium. You're trying to come back to your peace. There's too much chaos. And so by detaching from it, detaching from the chaos, you're coming back to yourself, right? This is very nice. Let's look at the Six of Wands, okay? I heard holding course. Tell me more about the Six of Wands for Libra. King of Swords and the Moon. Okay. Queen of Wands in reverse, the Hangman, and the Three of Cups in reverse. You might even, I feel like, Libra, you might be this King of Swords energy. Because it's almost like the lack of clarity you had on the situation is why you needed to withdraw. And the Queen of Wands with the Palace of Wands, this is what was very overwhelming for you. This individual might have been a little overbearing or wanting to do things their way, a little trying too hard to be persuasive with what their own motives were and not willing to find that compromise. And with the Hangman here, there's a need for some space, for some in-between right now, okay? For a little bit of a surrender. In time, we'll come back together with the Three of Cups in reverse. In time. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Cups. There's a need to release, right? There's the emotional release, and that's why there's the need for space right now. Let's look at the Hangman. Why is the Hangman here? I heard shallow forces. We have the Palace of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. Yeah, okay. And then we have the Four of Wands. This foundation between you is very, very sturdy. It's very solid. But it's time to refocus on the foundation of self. And you know that. You're both going through your own shift. You're both really depleted. There's, it became too enmeshed. It became too enmeshed. And it got to the point where neither could hold much anymore. And so by remembering how powerful you are as an individual, remembering how much you can really carry on your own and how to meet your own needs, how to care for your own needs, that just because you take a day by yourself or you do this by yourself or that by yourself, it doesn't mean that you're not still in that partnership or that friendship or that family dynamic. Having time by yourself and just releasing that what's not really yours or what doesn't serve you, meditating, hiking, journaling, whatever, exercising, right? Whatever you do to care for yourself, meeting your own needs and regulating your nervous system in that way is very healthy. Constantly being overstimulated by other people or social media or electronics or sounds and sight of things, like just overstimulating yourself, it's not good for the brain. The brain needs to relax, which is why meditating or going on a hike and being in nature and just solitude and being by water would be really helpful, right? Let's look at this Ace of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a lack of investment in the self-care and the things that actually made you feel whole as an individual. And there's a need to do that again. There's a need to do that again. Whoa, that was a lot. Okay, so we have the Six of Cups in reverse and the Ten of Swords. This is why the space was needed. There's too much, it was like claustrophobic. There's too much going on between the two of you. And what was going on between the two of you was actually going on between the individuals, and they were ping-ponging the individual pain, the individual combustion, right? Instead of dealing with it as an individual. And so it manifested in the relationship. Ten of Swords. So if there's an imbalance in your relationship right now, it's because there's an imbalance in self that needs to be addressed. Why is the Page of Swords here? This is the unspoken. Chariot in reverse, Nine of Pentacles, and a Six of Wands. Both people are unsure of what's actually going to make them happy as individuals moving forward. And that's why Libra wanted to take space. It's taking time to reconnect with self on that intimate level, to reconnect with that magician energy, right? The personal power, and close out that cycle, right? 10 of Wands. Because the 6 of Wands in reverse and the 9 of Pentacles in the Chariot, it's this feeling of like, I'm not getting anywhere. It's like treading water, and it's creating a lot of insecurity and a lot of self-doubt. And it's like, I don't see a way forward. I don't see a way forward. And the, whatever direction you're going in feels like cyclic over and over and over. Let's look at the King of Swords in reverse. Knight of Wands. Yeah, this is very scattered energy. And the 4 of Pentacles. This is holding on to that scattered energy. It's holding on to all these options, all these different directions you want to move in. And then we have the Palace of Cups. And when you come back to yourself, when you start showing compassion for yourself and saying, you know what, it's okay to not know. That's when you go through the transformation. And that's when you, as I lose my voice, and that's when you go through the Wheel of Fortune, right? That's when you go through the big change. And bottom of the deck is the Knight of Pentacles, because you start taking slow, methodical action in the direction that your heart is guiding you to, right? Instead of impulsively investing in all these things that you think might work out for you. Let's look at the 4 of Swords. Yeah, then we have death. So there's a transformation. 9 of Swords, 10 of Cups, and Temperance. This change, this upheaval, is going to lead you to your ultimate happiness. And it's going to be anxiety-ridden and uneasy, but liberating all at the same time. Especially with Temperance there, it's very divinely guided, because Temperance is kind of like stepping into the new portal. It's like stepping into the new way of being. It's your angels, your ancestors, your guides. And the 10 of Cups here, this is that energy of feeling comforted in that sense from your higher power, from your relationships, from your connection with self, right? Because you're going through this transformation of, wow, like I'm understanding that change, yeah, it's uncomfortable, but it always leads me to something better, something greater, right? 6 of Swords, it's leading you to that peace, out of that conflict. So let's look at the Chariot in reverse. Let's see what's going on here with the Chariot in reverse. Then we have the King of Wands in reverse, the Palace of Pentacles in reverse, and the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm not going to take all of these, but I'll take this one. The Devil in reverse. You might be leaving this person. Yeah, Queen of Cups in reverse. You might be leaving this person, no longer attaching to them, especially with the Devil in reverse, because it was creating too much instability in your life. It was creating an upheaval, and it's not something that you wanted to take part in, and you're realizing it's time to move in a new direction. And with the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, it wasn't creating balance. It wasn't creating an equal give and take. It wasn't serving you. So let's pull some romance angels for you, Libra. What does my Libra collective most need to know about this dynamic? About this partnership? Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Then you have, it's safe for you to love, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. You have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. And religious factors. Your love life is influenced by a religious upbringing and spiritual path. And your feelings are real and worth exploring. And you have known each other before. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. It's safe for you to love. So free yourself. It's safe for you to love. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Religious factors. Yes, this is your soulmate. And you've known each other before. Then you have healing family issues on the bottom of the deck. This could be releasing the codependency, releasing the instability from the relationship, and moving the relationship into a brand new direction. Because all of this actually looks really positive. But I do think that both people need some time to heal aspects of themselves as individuals. Because this looks like releasing these very like controlling, overbearing energies and addressing why the heart. Yeah, because wow, underneath the Queen of Cups, you have the 2 of Cups. You might even be running from this relationship, thinking that life is easier on your own instead of just allowing yourself to indulge in the fact that there's a need to step outside your comfort zone and be a little bit more vulnerable. with this connection. Okay. But Libra, this is what I have for you. You're definitely closing out an old cycle, but the new cycle is up to your free will choice, is really what it seems like. To allow yourself to go into some really deep healing and move into a new direction with this person, or to close your heart and choose to move on alone. So, but this is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you want a personal reading or a Reiki session, book it down below. And like, share, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, hit that notification bell to see when I post and when I go live, and check out Patreon if you want access to live weekly readings, live moon cycle readings, monthly readings, meditations, energy work. There's also just a supporter tier, and it's $1 a month. So if you just want to support the channel, you can do that too. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.